Hi everyone. In this video, I'm not actually going to talk about ActionScript, but I'm going to show you how you can customize Flash CS4 to work better as you work with ActionScript in your projects. By default, the Flash user interface is designed to be really efficient for animating and for working with graphical assets. It's not really designed to be a great coding user interface. As you may have noticed in previous videos, I had customized the Flash user interface to really be efficient and useful for me as an ActionScript developer. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can customize your user interface in Flash to really make it a great environment for doing your coding. So right now I have the splash screen displayed here, and I'm going to create a new project. And typically when you install Flash Professional, your user interface is going to look exactly like this. Now, if you've seen some of my other videos, you'll know that I've customized the workspace to be somewhat different. I'm going to show you exactly how you can do that with Flash. First off, all the panels that are in Flash, you can actually drag and move around. So for example, this Properties panel, I can actually drag this off and create a floating Properties panel that I can actually resize using the mouse controls. When I do this, these property panels and other panels that you can tear off, you can actually reposition into other areas. So for example, the Properties panel I can put to the left of the Library panel by just dragging it slightly to the left of it, and you'll see this little thing, this little indicator open up next to it. If I let go, you can see that the Properties panel will then anchor to the left side of that panel. Also, if you click on the bar at the top, you'll see that it actually collapses the panels and everything that's in that panel group. So I can then access the different things using these flyout panels, using these little indicators here. All these different categories can also be rearranged just like you can with the individual panels as well. So in this case, I actually have both the Properties and the Library panel in the same panel group. I can rip this entire thing off, and as you can see, the Properties, the Tools, the Library are now floating around my desktop. So I'm going to put these back where they were. And when I do that, as you can see, the Tools panel is actually wider than it normally is. You can actually expand or contract this Tools panel to fit exactly how you want it to be in Flash. So I'm going to put it back into its narrow form here, though. Now, as you know, when you're working with ActionScript, you're most likely going to be using the Actions panel. And by default, it's not displayed here. So I'm going to add the Actions panel to the display here. And by default, it just kind of floats on top of the Flash window. What I like to do, though, is I like to have it be part of the main interface. So I'm going to take it and actually drag it over here to the left side and then let go. You'll see that it anchors to the left side of the screen, and then I can start typing in my ActionScript. Now, when you create a new ActionScript file, meaning it's not a FLA file, it's actually an ActionScript file itself, you'll notice that it actually takes up the space of the normal stage area. And this is if you're building classes or you're doing other ActionScript files, that's an external file. What I usually like to do is I actually rip these off of the stage here and actually have them as a floating window. And then I take them, and when I'm actually at work or at home, I actually have two monitors. So then I take that window and I actually put that on the second monitor so I can actually see my project on one window, but then also have my ActionScript on the other window. Now, once you've actually customized your entire user interface, you can actually save this using the workspaces. So in this case, I've modified the workspace here to have my Actions panel on the left-hand side. I can open up this menu here, and then I can actually save this as a new workspace. So I'm going to save this as Doug's Workspace. And as you see at the top, it now lists Doug's Workspace, and I can access this or go back to any of the other workspaces that I might want to have. So if you use Flash to do lots of different things and you want to customize the user interface to meet specific workflow needs, you can do that quickly and easily using Flash. In the next video, we'll get back into ActionScript and we'll start talking about math and how to use random numbers and start creating animations without the timeline.